Hello, everybody. My name is Jorge Solis, and today we're going to be going over some information and some features that Microsoft Teams might be able to offer your organization. And it's just to get better understanding of what it can offer, and it can help increase the amount of productivity that your organization is having. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and start out by opening up Microsoft Teams. It's located, going to be more than likely located on your desktop. So we're going to go ahead and open it up here. So one of the key features that Microsoft Teams offers is going to be the Teams feature. I already went ahead and created a team, but I want to go ahead and walk you through on how to create a team. And teams are used, more than to organize, groups and allow them to have focused conversations on particular topics or projects or anything specific that you guys might be covering in your organization. So we're going to go ahead and create on the top right corner. It's going to say here, join or create a team. So you're going to go ahead and press that feature, create a team. You go ahead and then you're going to go ahead and title your team. So for example, if you can name your team, the name of your organization that you are working for, or a specific project that you may be working for, a group project. So this is going to be the tab that you're going to use to create your team, and you get to title it. So after that, I'm just going to go ahead and put my miscellaneous for now. We're going to go ahead and press next. And after you create your team, you're going to be allowed to invite members to this team. Usually, you're going to be using their email addresses to add them to your team. So since we already did that, we're going to go ahead and skip that part, and I'm going to go ahead and use the team that I already went ahead and created. This is the organization that I surveyed on their previous project. The name of the organization is Neighbors in Need of Services, and this is the way that the team would look set up for them. As you can tell, the name of the team is going to be Neighbors in Need of Services Incorporated here. And what a great feature that Microsoft Teams has is that they allow you to create a team first of all, and then inside the team you can create something called a channel. And these channels are used to create to cover different topics uh, in separate conversations, or you can even have a specified channel for each department. For example, what I did here is I went ahead and broke it down by department of this agency. So, for example, they have the Children's Health and Safety Department, Education Department, Family Services, etc. So each department is going to have their own channel. That's what the feature is called on Microsoft Teams, but their own area for where they can go in and go ahead and have their own conversations of what's going on in their specific department. Now, as you can tell here, in the everybody, when you go ahead and add people to your team, they're always going to be placed in the general channel, which is where everybody gets to, say hi, good morning. For example, I posted here, good morning, everybody. Um, and everybody's going to get to see this specific post. Now, you can always jump into your specific department that you're going to be working for. For example, let's go ahead and jump into this Children's Health and Safety Department. There's no conversation here, but the members of that department would have their own conversations in this area here. They can always, they're start a new conversation, go ahead and say, work on whatever task or communicate with each other very effectively in their own little channel. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the general area. And what's very great about Microsoft Teams and their Teams feature is that obviously they get to have this threaded conversations going on, and it makes it very easy to follow the conversation. And also it has these great features where you're able to personalize. For example, myself, I used here "Good morning," and I was able to have a GIF. Make it more personalized experience. Um, and then other people in this group are able to react to my post and also reply directly to my post in this area right here. So if anybody wants to reply to my post specifically, they can always just press the reply area and go ahead and reply to my specific post. Some people don't like replying to posts, so you can always reply. Just go ahead and add an emoji to it if you liked it. if you didn't like it or you're angry about it, etc. It makes the conversation very personalized, and it makes things run a little bit more smoothly, especially with this threaded conversation. Now, like I mentioned, um, Microsoft Teams also allows you to share files with each other on the Files tab on the top right here. You're able to upload your files or create a file. On in the new section, you can always add a new file type. You can add anything with Word document, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, etc. And you're able to also to share, files from your personal laptop or desktop. So, which is a very great feature. And every single group or channel is going to also have those specific functions as well. For example, if you want to go ahead and jump into this department, Children's Health and Safety, they're also able to share their own files in their own little channel section for their department. Um, Also, I'm going to go ahead and go over another feature that Microsoft Teams also offers, which is the task feature. In the task feature, you're able to assign specific members of your team to complete specific tasks for the day. And you're also able to set deadlines for those tasks. And the task tab on the top is going to allow your team to effectively manage those tasks and make sure that everybody is staying on task. So that's also a very great feature that Microsoft Teams has to offer. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a little moment to load up. Having some issues here. So yes, on this area, you'll be able to cover those, go ahead and have somewhere to keep track of your task. Also, if at any moment you feel that you need to meet with your team, you can go ahead and on this top right corner, it's going to say meet. You can go ahead and press it, and it's going to allow you to meet with your group about, if you have an emergency meeting at that moment. This is the meeting area that you can press, and it would instantly set up a meeting for everybody in that team. Also, you have the feature of scheduling a meeting. If everybody's not on at the same time, you can always schedule a meeting. They are going to get notified when that meeting is scheduled. You're going to go ahead and add the title for the meeting. For example, if it's an emergency meeting, you can title it emergency meeting, and then you will add the attendees that are required to attend. And then you can go ahead and set the time and date of the meeting and the duration of that meeting. You can also set the meetings to repeat. If you want them to repeat, maybe you want to have these meetings on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis. You can always set up that meeting on this area right here. So that's a very great feature that Microsoft Teams has to offer. And if you need to be updating on a daily basis on what's being completed, what's not being completed in the workplace. And like I said, Microsoft Teams is a very effective tool for collaboration and great teamwork. So I'm going to go ahead and go back again with the task tab. This is where you're going to go ahead and add the task of the whoever you want to assign it to. For example, if the task of the day is to complete, go ahead here and put complete, excuse me, complete report. You can go ahead and put that, set the due date, for example, by tomorrow, and then you can go ahead and assign it to a specific person in your team. They will get notified, and everybody on the team is able to see who's that task assigned to and when is their due date. And this is very good because it gives everybody a sense of responsibility of their task, and they know that the whole team is knowing who's getting their task done and who is not. Now, Microsoft Teams is is very good in working in collaboration, but it's also very effective when it comes to having a private chat. I know sometimes in the workplace it's very good to talk to your team constantly, but sometimes there's cases where you need to have a private conversation with a particular person in your team. For example, this is very very good for administrators when they want to go ahead and talk about issues on their about their teams, etc. They're able to go to this section right here, which is the chat section, and they can start a private conversation with a specific person, and it is going to be completely private. It's not going to be posted on the Teams section of the Microsoft Teams. It's just going to be a completely private message that you're going to have with that specific person. There's going to be other features that I want to go ahead and go over in the Teams. Um, you can always save any post. Let me go ahead and show you on these top right corner of the post. You have the option to save a message, and the person who posted this specific thread is able to delete it. And if the post is in Spanish and you need to translate it, it also has the translate feature as well. So this is Microsoft Teams is a very good program uh, for effectively working as a team in a in an agency organization, or even just for a group project that you have to do for school. Um, you're also It's very very effective way to manage groups of people in your organization. So this is just a brief summary of the features that Microsoft Teams has to offer. It's like I mentioned before, it's a very effective tool. Um, there's more depth resources that may cover Microsoft Teams, and I will include them in my post in my website. So that if you feel like you need additional information on how to function or how to maneuver Microsoft Teams, I will make those resources available to you. Other than that, thank you so much for joining my very brief short training on Microsoft Teams, and I hope the information that was provided really helped you out. Thank you.